Hail and well met, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the latest edition of the slowest growing, most mediocre Battlebots podcast in all of creation. I, as always, am your never popular host, Jack Finney, and across from me on the other side of the world is the world's third biggest Rhea Ripley fan, the Vegemite connoisseur, and a man who knows the best place to get hot dogs at the Donut King, none other than Makon, Crayley the Mac. How's it going today, buddy?
Look, they're really fucking good hot dogs.
Oh, I have no doubt. I mean, it's just hilarious that the best place to get hot dogs is at the Donut King.
I mean, where else are you gonna get hot dogs?
Touche, you got me there. At the very least, we know there's nowhere where I live for me to get really good hot dogs. So
unfortunate. You hate to see it.
It's a crying shame. It really is. It's a pain that never ends.
True, but you know what isn't a pain? This episode of BattleBots.
Ah, yes. After the somewhat mid-episode that we covered last week, this week's episode was a breath of fresh air by comparison, as we got to see some absolutely brilliant fights, a couple of knockdown, drag-out brawls, a couple of squash matches, and yeah, just a lot of excitement in this episode. We kicked off to a strong start with Lockjaw versus MadCatter, a very hotly anticipated matchup between two killer teams with great driving and weaponry, and it was instant carnage from the get-go as immediately MadCatter ended up taking out Lockjaw's drone, got blown the fuck up, and as they circled each other, MadCatter getting a really good wheel shot in that seemed to disable one of Lockjaw's wheels, or at least shred its tires, but Lockjaw managed to come back and counter brilliantly with a fantastic shot that left MadCatter limping its way through the rest of the match.
Yeah. Like, there's a little bit in the middle where, like, not too much was happening, but, like, the rest of the fight made up for, like, that little period alone. And, like, by the end of the fight, like, it was literally razor thin. Like, MadCatter barely only just lost.
Yeah, like, this was where we really saw the rule change in regards to crab walking come into full effect, as any other year, MadCatter would have been counted out while it was having its mobility issues, but it managed to survive long enough to come back with one big last-second shot that seemed to do a hell of a lot of damage to Lockjaw and inverted it, got it up and over, and Lockjaw really struggled to self-right in this instant. Unfortunately for them, Lockjaw managed to do so, and MadCatter, unfortunately, that last blow was basically their last gasp as they found themselves unable to move. I'm not sure what it was, whether it was just something locking up their drive or if they legitimately lost power by the end of it, because I believe the robot was shuddering along a little bit while it was being counted out. But,
it was.
Yeah. Counted out with literally 2 seconds left on the clock.
No, not even 2 seconds, 1 second.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So just barely avoiding going to a judge's decision, Lockjaw gets the emphatic KO win in a fantastic opening match. Definitely one of the absolute highlights and an early fight of the night candidate.
Yeah.
Does it maintain that throughout the rest of the episode? We shall see. But yeah, definitely nothing to be ashamed of for Martin Mason, Calvin Ebert, and the rest of the MadCatter team here, as they went up against an absolute legend in Donald Hudson, and they all bought the fire, and it was a fantastic fight.
Exactly. And of course, Donald Hudson, like, for the past, like, year and a half, like, Lockjaw's kind of in that place where is it still good? Is it not good anymore? But, like, they proved they are still fucking good. They can still fucking go.
Yeah, after going 0-3 last year, the writing seemed to be on the wall that maybe Lockjaw's time had passed, but now they've gone 3-0 so far this year, from what I recall, haven't they, Mac?
I believe so, yes.
Because, yeah, they've managed to beat Glitch, and they've managed to beat MadCatter now. Who else was it that they managed to beat?
I don't know. Let me double check. Let me do the research. See, Malice, Sawblaze, and Glitch. Oh wait, no, they're 2-1. Yeah,
yes, 2-1.
Wait, no, oh wait, no, they're 3-1. Yeah, sorry, they're 3-1. They've had all the fights.
Okay, 3-1 now, with the only loss being up against Sawblaze, and there is nothing to be ashamed of in losing to Sawblaze.
Of course. Like, Sawblaze is incredible. We'll get to that in a minute.
We'll come to Sawblaze later on, yes. But yeah, Lockjaw, absolute shoo-in to get into the tournament this year. It's beaten 3 absolute killers in Glitch and MadCatter. And who else was it that it beat?
Malice.
Malice, right. Okay, so yeah, it's beaten a bunch of absolute killers, and its only loss is up against, an absolute monster of a machine in Sawblaze. So yeah, it just goes to show, Lockjaw ain't quite done just yet.
Exactly.
And you know what? Good for them. I love Donald Hudson.
Oh,
So
yeah. I hope they're around as long as possible.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Speaking of Malice, though, they're up next in a battle against Gruff, a do-or-die situation for Malice in order to really show that they should be in the tournament, because they've had 2 victories so far in the tournament run, and, well, they haven't exactly been
impressive
the sort of victories that Malice really needs.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah, because one was a fluke.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, in that case, it was arguable that they should not have won that fight at all. It should, if anything, that in any other year that would have been considered a double knockout, and Emulsifier would have won the judge's decision on that. And a lot of people, that victory rubbed them the wrong way. Their next win, they launched the first successful appeal on the show, but it was just that, an appeal, and ultimately wasn't the sort of emphatic win that they really needed. So they really needed to score a very solid knockout here in order to be able to punch their ticket to the round of 32. And they were up against Gruff, also in a do-or-die situation, and Gruff's last gasp for air here, coming in at 1-2 going into this fight, with only 1 win against Ripperoni. Granted, Ripperoni is a very, very solid bot, but two other bad losses for Gruff, where it got badly knocked out by both Quantum and by Witch Doctor. So this was definitely Gruff's last gasp for air. And at first, Gruff actually seemed to come out stronger in the opening of this fight, getting an early scoop in and roasting Malice for an extended period of time before slamming it into the wall and up onto the shelf. Malice, of course, came back strongly, landed some big hits, and managed to disable the drive on Gruff to the point that Gruff could only attempt to crab walk a little bit using its lifter attachment. Of course, that wasn't considered sufficient enough movement, and they ended up getting counted out. So it was actually a fairly entertaining fight here. The sort of win that Malice ended up needing, and yeah, Malice definitely tournament bound at this point. Although I have to imagine it's going to go in with a fairly low seeding. Gruff, unfortunately, despite being a tank, it's absolutely cooked at this point.
Yeah.
Appropriate given Gruff's by the way.
Yeah, true. Yeah, also, yeah, this Malice needed this, kind of win, because, goddamn, it was a very good win, a very well won fight from them. They got the perfect hit in. And so I hope they have I hope they have a good showing in, the tournament. If they make it in, at least, anyway. There's still a chance they might not make it in.
No, I think at this point, Malice is definitely getting in. I just don't think it's going to get in with a high seed.
Yeah,
it's going to be facing an uphill battle against some of the higher seeded machines.
I mean, true.
But, they could surprise.
I mean, yeah, true, of course. Because, Malice, I'm pretty sure it is, still a good robot. It's just, it's had, a lot of bad luck.
Malice is a good robot, to be fair. Yeah, it has, just been up against very stiff competition over the last few years. It's had a mixed run this year, but, good to them for doing enough to get into the tournament at this point. So, yeah, we'll see how they perform.
Yeah. Yeah. And Gruff, better luck next year, I guess.
If indeed Gruff does get to come back next year, Gruff has had a rough couple of seasons, and at this point, I have to figure Gruff might be falling into the same category as some of the other machines who've been given a bunch of chances, and at this point, it's do or die. You're going to have to either really show up this season or come back with a different machine next time.
Right, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And I love the Gruff team, don't get me wrong. I don't want to see them out in the cold, but at this point, I think the writing may be on the wall that it's time for Gruff to be retired and for them to come back with a new machine.
I mean, yeah, I could see Gruff trying, showing up one more time, one last big attempt, but, we'll have to see what the future holds for this team.
Yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, I really do hope they manage to get it dialed in, because I don't want to see Gruff go out with a whimper, which is what this season has unfortunately.
I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't call this
seen happen.
I wouldn't call this fight a whimper. Like they did try.
Oh no, it's not this fight specifically, but I mean their performance throughout this season overall.
Oh, yeah.
They've had one win against Ripperoni, and that was a good win for them. But at the same time, we've also seen them get chewed to bits by Quantum and Witch Doctor flat out explode them.
Yeah, fair. Okay, yeah, fair.
It's like this, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to knock the team, and I love the robot itself, but it's like, at this point, I feel that they are going to need to do something different with a future bot.
Yeah, of course.
But I hope that they do come. I hope that they do come back strongly, because very tenacious team, brilliantly driven as well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah. Hopefully they can figure it all out. Find the combination they need.
Okay, so next on the docket, Hypershock versus Clover.
Now, Jack, I think you're missing something here. You don't want Doomba to come after you again, do you?
Okay, I suppose we will have to talk about this. Doomba versus Dragon King. It's truly a fight that happened.
It is one of the fights of the ages.
Yeah. This was Dragon King from start to finish. Doomba didn't really have an answer for anything that Dragon King did. What Dragon King did, in any rate. And it went to the judges. Dragon King won a unanimous decision.
Don't come back, please. Neither of you.
Now, Mac, don't be mean. I've already had to apologize for being mean before.
Look, this fight fucking sucks. Look, I'm the one who's usually like, neutral for this sort of thing. But no, please don't. This fight was awful.
Yeah, I didn't like this fight. I'm gonna be honest.
It wasn't even entertainingly bad. It was just bad.
It just carried on for 3 minutes, like that Shreddit Bro fight.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, Shreddit Bro.
Yeah, don't worry. You can talk about them later.
Yeah. Oh, thank God. Oh fuck! I just remembered. We're gonna do whatever. Look, I'm actually gonna put this fucking in right here. Look, if I forget, then I forget. I mean, to be fair, it's because I was writing notes, and like you were going, oh yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna write for your bit yet. It's like, that's why I forgot. That's actually why I forgot.
Well, if you decide to edit something in later, that's something.
I actually have an idea for what to do now. So, if you get to this part after seeing that bit, then hey, you saw the bit array. you know the exact moment I thought of it. But yeah, fuck this fight. Claw Viper versus Hypershock. Let's fucking go. This fight was unfortunate for Claw Viper.
Yeah, this was the super fight time, the most hotly anticipated fight of the season so far, in my opinion, that isn't the inevitable Minotaur Witch Doctor rematch.
Of course.
Claw Viper coming in as a heavy favorite among the builders here, with just shy of a 60% vote on them in terms of confidence in who's going to win. Unfortunately, this turned out to be quite short-lived. Hypershock showed why it's considered a top-tier machine, and as we know, Hypershock tends to perform brilliantly outside of the main competition itself, as we've seen. Like when it exploded Gigabyte into 1 million pieces.
Yeah.
And just its general performance throughout the entire Golden Bolt. It's winning the Remars event. Hypershock smothered Claw Viper right out of the gate, who seemed quite game, but big hit after big hit. Hypershock just absolutely battered Claw Viper in this fight, breaking its drive and its weapon, scoring an easy win. And really, that just goes to show what a fantastic driver Will Bales is, and the Hypershock team is definitely not one to be messed with. So, ultimately going 2-2 this season with Claw Viper still coming in with a very respectable 3-1 record. I suspect Claw Viper now will get into the mid-tier in terms of seeds rather than in the absolute top tier. Could still perform very well in the actual tournament itself. We shall see. Hypershock a shoo-in to get in, probably coming in with a mid-tier seed as well. So, who knows? Maybe we'll see a rematch at some point. However, I am reminded of something that was said by the Claw Viper team in the aftermath, with some of the key components of Claw Viper that aren't really designed to be replaced getting damaged. So they're going to be on a bit of a tightrope in regards to the actual tournament itself with those vital pieces.
Yeah. Like, hopefully they can figure out something. Like, hopefully they can get something going to keep Claw Viper in this fight, because Claw Viper has been incredible this season, and it's a shame that, like, their first loss, like, of the season came like this, like, in such a blowout, but Hypershock needed a win like this, like, to remind people just how fucking good they are. And,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's like Kevin Milcheski, right? It's like Kevin Milcheski has said previously, the aim for Claw Viper was just to get into the round of 32 this year. They've already accomplished that. They've already, beaten all of their previous best records, and the robot can only get better moving forward as well.
Exactly, yeah. Like, there's absolutely no shame in losing to Hypershock. Is like, even like this, like, Hypershock is an incredible robot, and yeah, I mean, Claw Viper, like, just, yeah, like, it's already in there. It didn't need to sweat this match too much.
Yeah. It's like, ultimately, yeah, Claw Viper, I think, is still going to perform admirably in the actual tournament itself, and it's good to see Hypershock get a very strong win.
Yeah,
Moving on, we
I
now...
I was gonna say, like, I still think, like, Claw Viper's definitely, like, still, like, in the top 6 of, like, probably gonna be seeded, like, top 6.
Quite possibly. If not, then it's definitely going to be within the top 12.
Oh, top 12, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, up next, Free Shipping versus Big Dill.
Yes, a sleeper of a driving fight with guest commentary by Nick from the Endgame team this time as well. And we got to hear a good bit of trash talk from him, as well as he basically explained the situation with Ripperoni as well, and how good Endgame still is. And it's not untrue, if we're being totally honest.
Yeah, true. Like, who knows how it could have gone if they didn't get stuck.
Yeah, if they hadn't gotten stuck, because Ripperoni was on its last legs when Endgame gave up the ghost after those, by the end of that fight.
Yeah.
And just like the realist in me, I love the Ripperoni team and the robot is amazing, but it's like you have to figure in another world where they didn't get stuck in the kill source slots. I mean, who knows? Because, anything can happen in the battle box. But you have to figure maybe things would have ended pretty differently. But we're not here to talk about that fight. We're here to talk about Big Dill versus Free Shipping. And Big Dill immediately putting Free Shipping on the back foot, with their mini-bot Killy Pepper doing some good work as well, landing some good solid hits on the underbelly of Free Shipping. Free Shipping took quite the ass-kicking in this one, swiftly taking heavy damage, before ultimately getting disabled under the hammer in a great display of power by Big Dill.
Yeah, Big Dill has been building up to a big win, and it finally got it today.
Yeah, absolutely. Big Dill finally getting to show off its potential. It's been having a mixed season where it's been performing really, really well in the fights itself, and then just something goes wrong for the poor team, and everything just goes out from under them, and it's really unfortunate. But despite, going 0-3 up to this fight, it was still giving great performances in its fights before the unfortunate breakdowns, and this is where we really got a showing of just how far this machine has come. Whether or not it will get into the tournament is up in the air, because it could still get in there, albeit with a low seeding.
Yeah.
But I think this really shows just how far this team has come, and they will absolutely be a force to be reckoned with next season, I'm sure.
I think Big Dill has a better chance of getting in than Malice, but we'll see, because, like, Malice does have, like, more wins than it at the moment.
Yeah, and you've got to remember, Big Dill only came in as an alternate this year as well.
Did they?
Were not supposed to be... Yeah, they were not supposed to be competing in the build-up for this.
Wow.
They were selected as an alternate, and originally a robot called Doom was going to be taking their place.
Oh, right.
In the, yeah, that particular robot called Doom unfortunately failed its safety tests, and as a result, the places between it and Big Dill were switched, with Big Dill being picked as a mainline bot this time.
Okay.
And just as well, really, because we've got to see just how brilliant Big Dill has progressed to. So props to Amambo, Carrillo, and the rest of Team Food Fight.
Yeah, like, they have made a fucking excellent robot.
Yeah. Free shipping, unfortunately, is going to be delegated to not getting into the tournament this year, I don't think. It managed to beat Gigabyte, but it lost quite emphatically to Minotaur and Hydra. So, yeah, with this, free shipping is cooked. I think
Yep.
it's done.
Yep. See you later, maybe.
But, you know, if nothing else, it's given us some great fights in the lead-up. So props to Gary Jin for once again bringing it with original shipping, or should I say free sin, or whatever.
Free sin. Free hat.
Free hat, free hat, free hat.
Up next is a Cool Island song. It is Shreddit Bro versus Lucky.
Now, are you sure, Mac? Because I think that based off of how this fight goes, rather than a Cool Island song to calm their fiery heart, it should be a Warm Island song to warm up their frozen heart of Team Lucky, who took no mercy on Shreddit Bro in this one,
I mean,
they just...
It suddenly warmed up your fucking icy heart, man, when you started laughing.
God, yes. We should have been recording while we watched it, just so you could hear my laughter as they got toast slotted.
God, they got perfectly fucking fitted in. Like, it was. I don't think I've ever seen like a fucking robot get slotted in that perfectly.
I think the only other time it happened that perfectly, it wasn't even specifically in that location. It was much higher up, and they've removed that option now.
Yeah.
When Bronco fought Duck and managed to flip it up
true.
into a gap between the Lexan.
True, I think Tombstone also got fucking done like that.
Yes, Tombstone did end up getting stuck in the screws like that, and people ended up throwing such a fit over it that they removed the ability for that to ever happen again.
Christ. And here we are. Here we fucking are now.
Because people suck. Anyway, yeah. Speaking of suck. Oh, you know, I'm being mean. I don't care. I hate Shreddit Bro. I'm sorry. I'm done being nice about this.
Look, Jack. This was its best fight because it was fucking hilarious.
It was actually, yeah. Shreddit Bro being too flat in order to be, you know, like rotated out of the screws. At this point, ended up biting it. It fit him perfectly like a slice of bread in a toaster and got counted out. And with that, Shreddit Bro is toast. It's got one fight left where it's up against Overhaul. I think even if it does somehow win that fight, it's not getting into the tournament.
It is not. There is no fucking sort at fucking all.
And I don't see the team being let back next year.
They've
had 3 seasons to show up, and they still haven't. I'm sorry. I don't want to be mean, but I really don't like this robot.
Unless they come up with something absolutely fucking wacky, like the craziest fucking design that just works ever. Like, I don't see them coming back. Like, they might. Like, people like them. But, like, I don't know.
It's not like the gimmick of the team. It's not like the gimmick of the team isn't cool either. I like them. I like them as people.
Yeah.
I just don't like their machine.
Like,
and knowing some of the other robots that have applied and couldn't get in, and yet they picked this team, and yet they picked this robot to be able to compete. It just, unfortunately, it rubs me the wrong way. Like, I know I'm being mean, but yeah.
I mean, like, if you are for whatever reason listening, like, we do like you as people. We just don't like your robots.
I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, it's like, there's really not much else to say. We'll have to move on.
They really are just the inverse Riptide. God. Anyway, main event time. It's Hydra versus Sawblaze.
Yes. Very highly anticipated main event from 2 of the best teams in the competition. Sawblaze, which has looked absolutely unstoppable this year, whereas Hydra has had a bit of a mixed season, losing Samly to Tantrum, but absolutely whomping free shipping in the lead up to this with one of the most brutal flipper encounters ever.
Yeah.
Now, this fight, Hydra started out super strongly, managing to get some big flips, while Sawblaze unusually for Sawblaze, was unable to win the ground game here, which goes to show just how strong Hydra's ground game is at this point. Sawblaze was able to land a glancing blow or two, but Hydra was just pure domination in this fight, kicking Sawblaze all over the arena, to the point that Sawblaze actually ended up upside down, unable to self-right, and was being counted out all the way down to 2, when Jake Hewitt decided, the hell with this, we're going to put on a show, and they actually rewrited them and continued to flip them about the arena just because, sacrificing a guaranteed knockout victory just to continue entertaining everyone, to put the exclamation point on Hydra's domination.
What a heel!
You don't go down until I say you go down.
What an absolute fucking piece of shit heel! Oh, I love it.
But you know what the funny thing is that right after you say that, he was actually super humble in victory.
Oh, I mean, of course, like, he's actually a nice guy.
Yeah, this is the thing. We love the Team Moyachi. We love Team Moyachi here for this reason, because like he's an absolute heel in the box, but he's the nicest guy outside of the box. It's awesome.
Yeah, because I don't want to keep bringing up the fucking Riptide situation, but like this is literally like the parallel of like how you do that like keep going thing properly, like because they decided they kept the fight going. He kept the fight going, but like he wasn't doing it in a way that like Sawblaze was in danger of like being damaged too badly, you know?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Hydra's flipper does have a lot of kick, as we've seen with what happened with shipping.
I mean, that's true, but you know what I mean.
But yeah, this is a tasteful thing rather than I'm going to kick you while you're down just for the sake of kicking you while you're down.
Yeah, it's clearly like let's be entertaining for a bit instead of like not knowing when to stop.
Yeah, and this really just is a testament to the driving skills of Jake Hewitt as well, because it's incredibly hard to outdrive Jameson Go. He made this look easy. This looked like a cakewalk for Hydra.
Yeah.
And consider how dominant Sawblaze has been throughout this season as well.
Oh god, true.
But yeah, fantastic fight as well. A lot of fun. Great squash match main event.
Yes, Hydra earning that high seed. Sawblaze still probably gonna get a very high seed too.
Yeah, I see. Sawblaze is definitely going to be like a top 8 seeding.
Yeah, absolutely.
Possibly top 4. But we'll see. We'll see on that front.
Can't wait to see it.
With that, we come to our awards segment for the evening. Mac, which one shall we kick off with?
Let's kick off. I actually forgot to write down. Okay, hang on. You wrote it down. So let me just.
Yeah, I've already got them written down.
Let's open up with the best driver.
Yep, it seems like an appropriate one. Considering the match we were just talking about, for absolutely mullering Jameson Go's machine, we give it to Hydra.
Ooh.
With Jake Hewitt managing to do what very few people can do, and firmly outdrive Jameson Go. I feel like we should have an honorable mention for Hypershock here, however, considering how brilliantly driven Kevin Molcheski's Claw Viper has been, and Hypershock just absolutely murdered it.
Oh, yeah, true.
So yeah, overall, victory for Best Driver this week goes once again to Hydra, honorable mention to Hypershock. Great job, guys.
Yep. Up next, the Spike Dudley Award. This goes to Big Dill for finally getting that big win.
Yep, absolutely. Not just a big win, but a very, very firmly convincing win. And considering that Big Dill has, unfortunately, a pretty bad overall record, this one just really spoke to just how brilliant a victory this was for them. Like, they left absolutely no doubt about it. Indeed, so great job, guys. Great job coming from behind with a fantastic knockout here.
Yep, speaking of knockouts, knockout of the night. This is going...
Hypershock versus Claw Viper.
Yep, of
easily.
Course.
Claw Viper has been on an absolute tear this season and looked borderline unstoppable, up until it ran into Hypershock, who absolutely murdered it to death and made it look easy. So, well done to Will Bales, or should I say Kill Bales, take home another award this season. Oh man, their shelf is going to be growing.
Their invisible self of our awards that we're just sneaking into his place and like building selves to put awards on. He doesn't know where they're coming from.
Yeah. Or who they're coming from.
Yeah, exactly. Oh god, they just find a finger Vegemite.
Are we the award gnomes?
Yes. Oh god.
Just giving people all these awards and they'll never know why.
Profit. And
Stage 2?
Yeah.
Stage 3, profit.
And finally, a combined best loser and the fight of the night for the Lockjaw versus MadCatter fight.
With best loser going to the latter in this case.
Indeed.
Brilliant display from both teams. A fantastic knockdown drag-out brawl to open the show and ultimately takes our fight of the night nod. Did we have any honorable mention in regards to fight of the night?
Good question. Actually, that's a good question. Let me have a look. Obviously, Shreddit Bro versus Lucky. that was my fight of the night. I was writing notes, I legitimately wrote down KO. Actually, no, that was KO of the night. Sorry. But also
just for the circumstances and the reaction.
Yes. Exactly. But yeah, those are our awards.
Yes. So yes, there go your awards from the award gnomes, everybody. So.
Oh god.
With that, we come now to our off-topic segment of the week. Mac, how about you take us away, because this is your time to shine.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Oh god. I have a lot to talk about right now, because I was gonna bring these up last week, but first of all I was tired, and second of all we decided to just talk about John Wick, so we're doing it now. We're doing it live. Okay, so a lot of stuff happened over the last 2 weeks to talk about. Starting off with WWE 2K23 that came out. Honestly, it's a very good game. It's basically just like an improved version of 2K22. Because the gameplay's mostly the same. It feels like there's some tweaking to how I don't know, how the game just sort of feels, I guess. Cause I don't know, during combos feels a bit better. I think the referee stayed down a bit longer because that was a bit of an issue. Oh god. Okay, so see, I have notes for this, but I'm also sort of scatterbrained, so I don't know what direction I'm really going. Okay, so hang on, I'm just gonna take a drink of Coke first.
Shameless plug for this episode.
Yes, but we are not sponsored by Coke. I just drink a lot of fucking Coke.
Oh, if only we were a Mac.
Yep. Oh, good. It is a miracle I do not have diabetes. Okay. So, the John Cena showcase in it's annoying. Cause the matches are so long, it's fucking a pain in the ass, but it's worth doing because the reward at the end's good. The universe mode's good. It's about the same as last year, but they have made improvements. My Rise is actually very fun. They basically improved it by making actual stories rather than just random nonsense. And my faction's pretty good. I didn't play it last year, but I've been playing it a lot this year. And cores are great. Cores are fantastic this year. They look so good. Although there's some other stuff weird stuff with Thailanders are a mess, but yeah. But yeah, that's 2K. Jack has not played it, so he can't chime in, which is bad for me because I am not good at summarizing things.
So, all in all, a big improvement on the previous game.
Basically, yes. A very big improvement. Like, if anyone wants to get this game, get it, because it is worth getting.
Good to know.
Yep. Okay, so next. On the week of the 20th to the 24th, I actually had a very long week because I had three different things to go to that week. Starting on the 20th with, I went to a Weird Al Yankovic concert.
Oh, wow, I wasn't aware of this.
I mentioned it before. Like, I've mentioned it, like, or at least in, like, the, Discord before.
Did you?
Yes, I have. Like, you can look it up. Because I have mentioned that I was going to see Weird Al.
I'm looking through it right now. I don't see it.
Really? Hang on, let me have a look, because am I just crazy? Like, oh wow, I didn't. I could have sworn I did. What the hell?
I guess it's one of those things that you figured I must have mentioned that already. There's no
yeah,
way
right,
told people about
right, it. Like fucking hell. But yeah, wait, didn't I? I swear I also mentioned it to you in voice, but maybe that was just Ali. Oh, whatever.
It was probably just Ali, to be fair.
Okay, yeah, fair. But yeah, like Weird Al Yankovic, that was a very fun show. It started off with Emo Phillips like doing a comedy bit before Ralph came out, like about 20 minutes later, and like Emo Phillips is fucking hilarious. Like I had never seen his stuff before, but like, God, he was an absolute blast.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then Weird Al was fucking amazing live.
The man himself.
Yeah, the man himself, the funny man. He didn't really play any of his big songs. Like he played like the lesser songs, you know. But like,
honestly, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Like he did like some variants of like the popular songs. Like he did like sort of a like a lounge version of what was it? Of Almost Paradise. And like like he did like all the a lot of the lesser songs, and like he did Albuquerque, which is fucking amazing live.
Nice.
Like okay, so but actually a funny bit that like I never knew he actually started doing when he gets to the bit like in the I'm just gonna say in the story, like, cause it's basically a story. When he gets to the bit with the hermaphrodite with the flock of seagulls like haircut, he actually immediately after that goes into like sort of an apology about like the use of the word hermaphrodite, and like that kind of actually adds to the fucking humor of the whole bit. So like I'm so like I found that very interesting. Because I actually didn't know that hermaphrodite was a slur now. Because I always thought it was just like the word.
I mean, I guess it's one of those things where it's a medical term.
It used to be anyway, but like it's sort of like now it's like
intersex.
Yeah, intersex, and like it's just one of those things that's changed over time. Because at the time the song was made, like that was just sort of the normal word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So disclaimer there, Mac did not mean anything when he used the word unironically a second ago.
I was literally using it to describe like as a description, because like it's literally the character in the thing called that. Like I'm like yeah. God, I am fuck. But yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah, they literally everyone knows why you but yeah. Also on the way I could like literally the Friday before I went to the concert, like because it was up at Brisbane, so I had to like drive an hour or two like to get there. My fucking car like stopped, like the air conditioning in my car decided to fucking just stop. So yeah, I had to drive up at like fucking 5 in the afternoon with like no air conditioning, or like no cold air conditioning anyway. So that was a headache. Make sure your fucking air conditioning's working, people.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but
You got anything else you want to cover, my dude?
Yes, I do have one more. So like, cause on the Wednesday of that week, like I went to see John Wick, and we already discussed that. But on the 24th, I went to see a comedy show of one of my favorite comedy groups, Lano, or duos, Lano and Woodley.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. For those who are unaware of who Lano and Woodley are, they are a duo made up of Colin Lane and Frank Woodley, and the Discord decided to pop. And Messenger even. Anyway. Yeah. So the general bit with them is Colin Lane's like sort of essentially a pretentious dickhead who like. Yeah, it's a sort of an asshole. And Frank Woodley is a childish, like, idiot. And, like, they sort of work off each other in that sense. And it's... The whole bit's fucking amazing. Like, they were, like... They've been sort of together for, They were together since, like, the 90s and up to, like, 2006. And then they took, like, a 12-year break before getting back together in, 2018, I believe. But, yeah. And today they did, recently, like, the show that they did, that I went to, they were doing, and I do say doing in, exclamation marks, they were doing Moby Dick. Which was just hilarious because it just kept getting interrupted, and it's fucking awesome. Like, the best bit of the thing, like, this whole bit was, like, I had bought, like, tickets for, like, the back row, and, like, I ended up getting a seat upgrade. So I moved from the back row. Nice. Yeah. So I ended up moving from, like, the back row to, like, the middle of the fourth row.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, like, big fucking upgrade, and I loved the story. It was amazing. Okay, so that was, you can tell I'm not used to doing, like, describing things, because I'm a mess. And
no worries, dude.
Yeah, and I have to do more because recently was Wrestlemania.
Yes, finally the showcase of the Immortals, Wrestlemania.
Yes.
Take it away, Mac.
Okay, so I'm gonna be as brief as this as I can try to be, or like we want to be anyway. Okay, so starting off with night one, John Cena versus Austin Theory. This match fucking sucked. The nonce, yeah, well, allegedly. Yeah, this match sucked.
For legal reasons, we will include alleged nonce there.
Yes. May or may not be true. Probably, allegedly. Yeah, this match sucked. The match sucked. That's the big takeaway. This match absolutely sucked. Worst match of WrestleMania.
I guess it just goes to show how much Austin Theory sucks that Big Match John did not have a good match with him at WrestleMania.
Yeah, like Austin Theory is so fucking mid. Like, he is basically the worst of John Cena. He's literally the worst John Cena clone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Okay, so the second match, the men's tag team match, like, it was like a 4-team tag match, and, like, that was really fun. Like, we got some big spots there, like, Chad Gable fucking suplex a man, like, 3 times his size. Montez Ford is fucking amazing. Like, Street Profits did, like, a really fucking sick finish where, like, Montez did the frog splash while Montez, well, his part, I forget what, I can't his partner, like, had the like, his opponent, like, in the like, sort of against his knees, like, while laying down. It was, like, fucking super sick. They did a small package to win. It's like, yeah, that was a fucking awesome match. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. There was a fun match. Logan Paul still fucking sucks. KSI showed up as as a bottle of Prime. He got fucking put through a table. It was a very fun match.
Nice.
Yep, the 6 women's tag with Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus and Lita versus Bayley, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai was a very solid match. I feel it probably went on a bit too long, like me talking right now, but hey, it was a fun match.
I've heard good things about Trish Stratus in that match as well.
Oh yeah, Trish Stratus still fucking has it.
Awesome.
And she's still very hot.
I mean, that's to be expected. That's like being told that the sky is blue.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, Io Sky is not blue, but the actual sky is blue.
Listen here, you shit.
Oh god.
No, what am I saying? This is your segment. Your time to shine. Continue.
Look, I am not signing at all. Everyone's probably already tuned out or like skipped to the end. Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio. I fucking love this match. This was an amazing story match. Dominic is fucking awesome. Like have you seen his entrance?
Nope.
Okay, so he came out like he had like a video before, like right before the entrance, where like he was like in prison and like he was being escorted like to like a police car or like the police paddy wagon, and then like the fucking sirens were blaring and like he was driven out in like the car, like the police paddy wagon, and like he was escorted to the ring by the police while he was wearing handcuffs and a Rey Mysterio mask. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was exactly the mask that Rey wore for the match with Eddie at Halloween Havoc. What the hell was that?
Oh wow!
Was there a cow? I suppose I heard something. Whatever.
Might have been something up my street. I don't know.
Maybe there's cows just going up Jack Street. Anyway, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's somebody with a dirt bike or something.
Maybe, yeah. But yeah, that match was fucking awesome. Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte. This match fucking slapped. This was probably the best women's match WWE has ever had.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like they went all out, and like, look, I fucking hate Charlotte Flair. I think she peaked as a performer like years ago, but this is easily the best she's ever, like her best performance ever. Like they both like just went out and fucking showed up. They must have been so mad that they weren't the main event, and they decided to just fucking throw it all out there. Like this match, this was excellent, and Rhea Ripley, the new champion, bringing the title back to Australia.
Yes. Coming from everybody, the third biggest Rhea Ripley fan out there.
Yes, indeed. Oh god, I love it.
With number 2 being myself, and number 1 being Subanic Mysterio.
True. Good work, mommy. I mean, you did it.
Yeah, she is his mommy after all.
Oh god.
Bastard.
See, Pat McAfee versus The Miz. I still don't know why Pat McAfee isn't in a fucking wrestling game. It happened. It was a squash match. And then the Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. This was the perfect ending to WrestleMania. This match was awesome. It was an amazing story match, and like a really good match as well. Like it worked perfectly. Like the emotions were fucking electric. Like there was an advertisement for some tax agency for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, I love this. This match is excellent, and it was a great way to end the first night.
Yeah, I've heard so many great things about this match through the grapevine as well.
Yeah.
Like, and through reading through the stuff on Discord too.
Oh yeah, like everything was perfect. Like they did amazingly. And yeah, night 1 was fucking awesome. Like it was one of the best nights of WrestleMania ever. Like I think this night could go easily toe to toe with like, I would like maybe not WrestleMania 18, but like WrestleMania 30. this goes toe to toe with WrestleMania 30.
Nice.
Yeah. Night 2 though. Oh boy, night 2.
Right. Okay. So this is the thing. Night 1 took place on April 1st, right?
Yes.
So that was the big April Fool's prank. They fooled you into thinking all of WrestleMania would be good.
Oh my god, yeah, true.
They took you to the highest highs on night 1. Now they're about to take you to the lowest lows.
Look, we had.
Granted, there is still some good stuff.
I mean, not even good. Like, there's some amazing stuff on the show, but which we'll get to in a moment. Like, starting off with Brock Lesnar versus Omos. Hello, Homo sapiens. This match sucked. It wasn't as bad as, like, Cena versus Fury, but it sucked. Fucking Omos did not get to kick out of the F5. I hate that.
No, good thing that he didn't kick out of the F5. Fuck Omos.
Omos rules! What the fuck are you talking about? I see, we have an homophobe right here. I can't, unbelievable.
Look here, you.
Like, look, Omos fucking rules. He likes anime. He likes the Kino manga. he likes Chainsaw Man.
I'm sure Omos is cool as a person, but he's a fucking rotten wrestler, dude.
Look, that's. Shut up. Okay, so the women's tag team match, that was bad. I really don't have anything to say about that. It was not a good match. What was not just a good match, not just a fucking phenomenal match, but a godly match was Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre.
Oh boy.
This match is one of the best IC title matches of all time. This match fucking slapped. Like, these three just beat the absolute shit out of each other. And I loved every second of it. Now, I feel like Sheamus should have won this match. This should have been Sheamus' big moment. But at the same time, I love Gunther. He is a fucking beast, and I'm glad he got a big win at WrestleMania. So I'm happy with the result, no matter what would have happened. Like, go out of your way to fucking watch this match. It is fucking awesome.
I have every intention of doing so for what it's worth.
Nice. Bianca Belair versus Asuka for the Raw Women's title. It was a very good match. Asuka should have won this match. She needed a fucking WrestleMania win, but Bianca won. And I don't mind that, because Bianca's fucking awesome. But, like, at the same time, her reign's, like, sort of getting stale. But, honestly, given what the direction they seem to be going now, like, which we'll get to in a moment, when we get to fucking Raw. Yeah, no, like, fucking, I don't mind it. Like, I don't mind Bianca winning. Oh boy. The Miz. He had a match against Shane McMahon. Zach, do you know what happened to you?
Yes, I am actually aware of what happened in this match. Shane McMahon leapfrogged the Miz and blew out his ACL.
Yep. But it's okay.
Right as the commentary was saying that Shane still got it, boom, there goes his leg.
Actual divine comedy. Like, fucking, the universe just wants to shit on Michael Cole as much as fucking possible.
I mean, this is what happens when he's got Vince feeding stuff into his headset, isn't it?
True. But it's okay, look, it's okay, because Snoop Dogg is fucking awesome and saved the day.
Yep, he called an audible, laid Miz out with a punch where he just fucking hauled off and socked him, because I did actually see the footage of this, and then hit the world's worst people's elbow ever. Yep.
But look, it's okay, because he's the big homie. Actually, no, the big homie was in the main event, but, like, you know, Snoop's cool. I fucking, like, Snoop Dogg's fucking awesome. He deserves everything. He deserves the world. Finn Balor versus Edge in a fucking Hell in a Cell match. featuring a fucking weird intro by Russell Crowe of all people.
Making movies, making songs, and fighting round the world.
Why is Russell Crowe still making movies? Why is he making a movie about an exorcism?
Because he needs to be able to pay for all the lawsuits because of all the people he beats up.
True. Facts. Remember the Dark Universe?
Like I just said, making movies, making songs, and fighting around the world.
Do you remember the Dark Universe, Jack?
Oh god.
God, do you remember how he was meant to be the fucking the fucking Samuel Jackson of it? Oh my god. Oh god. What a fucking mess of cinema that was. But yeah, he did a fucking intro for it for some reason. It was super fucking weird. Edge came out as a fucking Slayer. That was weird.
Yes.
Brood Edge.
Edge.
You like your favorite wrestler and mine.
Oh yeah, right. Yes. Okay. Now my favorite wrestler is Edge, huh?
I mean, who was it before?
Well, according to you, Montgomery Brown.
I mean, your words. I know my words.
To you.
Jack, you're going down. I mean, honestly, this match was very good. This match was very good. Fucking Finn Balor got a nasty fucking gas like in his head. Like he got a fucking ladder thrown at him by Edge and just got a massive fucking cut in his head. It was gnarly.
Yeah, I saw the photo. It is not for the faint of heart. Mac, I don't know if you're gonna show it on screen.
I'm not. Actually too graphic. Too fucking graphic for YouTube.
Yeah, okay then.
Yeah, also Finn Balor had a fucking platform, like that's totally always been there, like just sort of hanging. It's
yes,
weird.
The platform that... yes, that platform that has always been there in Hell in a Cell.
Yes.
Just like the footholds on the side of the cage.
Exactly, like, look, it needed to be there. Like, I don't know what the kayfabe explanation for it is, but it's there. It exists. That was so stupid. I thought he was gonna break his legs like doing a dive. But yeah, it was a good match. Like Edge won for some reason. Don't know why.
Because he's Edge, he has to win everything in WWE.
I mean, he lost last year. I think he lost all his matches. I can know he beat Seth.
Oh god, remember how they had him win the Royal Rumble from the #1 spot?
Yeah. And it was like out of it for like half a match.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I don't like Edge.
Yeah, he's... Yeah, did you see that promo he cut like a fucking few weeks ago where it was like just disembodied Ed's head like in a black void with candles? He was like one of those fucking Crash Bandicoot fucking warped loading screens.
Wow. That's quite the reference.
Yeah, I wanted to make like a fucking like video like with that, but fucking I could not figure out how to like crop Edge's head out properly, like fucking chroma key it out. So yeah, and then the main event: Roman Reigns defending the world title against the American Dream, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, the American Codester. The big homie.
The man who ended racism forever.
Yes! What the fuck was this company thinking of not giving him the title? What the actual fuck were they thinking?
Well, there may be a reason for that, because right around the time of this, it was finalized a deal where Endeavor would be purchasing WWE. And as a result, WWE is now owned by the same people who own UFC.
Yep. Oh, yeah, and yeah, Vince McMahon is fucking back in power.
Yep.
I hate this company.
I hate this company too.
We will get tomorrow.
This is why we talk about it so much, because we love wrestling, but God, we hate this company.
Like we'll come back to this in a little bit, but Cody Rhodes puts on a fantastic performance. He gives it a all. He gives his fucking weight belt to Brody Lee Jr. And then he loses some fucking mats by bullshit. Roman Reigns continues to reign almost 1,000 days as Universal Champion. I hate this company.
Are you going to acknowledge him?
I acknowledge how fucking bad of a finish this was. I hate this ending because this match was excellent. If Cody just won this match, like, it would have been perfect. But oh no, the story never ends. Like, fuck off. Like, you have a perfect place to fucking end the Roman story. Just fucking pull the trigger. For fuck's this was not a good night of wrestling. It had 2 good matches. 3 good matches even. Technically 4, but with a really shit finish. I hate this. And then the following night, like, after WWE gets bought by Endeavor and Vince McMahon is back in power, which means Raw is fucking awful.
Yes. I've been hearing through the grapevine about how this is, like, the worst Raw ever. Not just the worst post-WrestleMania Raw, but, like, the worst Raw ever.
Like, I think there's, like, 40 minutes of no wrestling, just promos, like, to start Raw. Yeah. And then, like, it just... I think a city fucking Omos squash, and then, like, it's just a bunch of fucking nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, as Vince McMahon just continuously rewrites Raw as it goes. We are back to that fucking standard of that practice.
Oh man. And after the months of much improved stuff as well.
Yeah, because literally for like the last 6 months, like Raw has been really fucking, like, not even Raw, like the whole WWE has been really good. And now we're back to square one.
Oh wow, this is literally the lowest rated edition of Monday Night Raw ever on Cage Match.
Yep, and there are still fucking goobers who would give it like 10, like a rating of 10.
Oh, it has no ratings of 10 so far.
Oh wait, what?
It's sitting at 0.63.
Cause it has gone, like, I saw like the 10-star, like the 10-point reviews. I guess they got taken down because they were bullshit.
Maybe,
but yeah,
just people being contrary for the sake of being contrary.
Probably, yeah, because some of them was just fucking goofy. There was literally one dude like who said, "Oh yeah, I love WWE." It's just, it was so fucking stupid. But yeah, the one good thing that's come out of this is like fucking Rhea Ripley's probably gonna fight unify the titles against Bianca.
Oh, that'd rule.
It would. Like, I mean, she's probably, like, Rhea's probably gonna feud with Raquel Rodriguez, Gonzalez Rodriguez, whatever the fucking name is. And that match is probably gonna slap. Cause like Raquel is really good. But yeah, they gotta. That's probably. I assume Rhea versus Bianca's gonna happen at SummerSlam, like at the latest. But yeah, like that's gonna fucking bang. But Brock Lesnar turned heel against Cody Rhodes. That's the big angle. Cody Rhodes is a fucking dork. This angle would have.
Yeah, the thing I've been hearing, they could have immediately set Brock up as Cody Rhodes' first challenger.
They could have.
Instead, it's just Cody's a dork, and now he's going to get destroyed.
They absolutely could have. That would have been perfect. Like, you could have easily done, like, fucking Roman's pissed off that he lost the title. Fucking challenges him to, like, a tag match. Like, pick whoever the fuck you want as your partner, and then Brock comes out, and then fucking Brock turns on Cody and set up himself as the next challenger. Fucking...
Unfortunately, this is WWE, so...
Yep, no, not even... No, this isn't WWE. This is fucking Vince McMahon land. This is Vince McMahon and fucking Endeavor Mania. Did you know that fucking the guy who's in charge of Endeavor is the reason why Vince McMahon like didn't stop why he came back to wrestling apparently?
Oh really?
Yeah, apparently he convinced Vince not to leave, not to retire.
I was not aware of this.
Yeah, like at least that's what I heard anyway. Like what I've seen. Like
Wow.
What's his name again? Emery something? Emery something? It's something.
I don't know, dude.
Whatever. But yeah, like apparently he's the reason, and now we are stuck with this shit. Thank fucking God, Ring of Honor and AEW are fucking good right now.
Oh boy.
But yeah, like, yeah, WWE in the sits again. Thank you, Triple H, for all your efforts.
With that, we've probably spent more time covering all of the off-topic stuff than we did the actual BattleBots episode this week.
We have.
It was a busy week. Busy week in entertainment, so yeah.
Yeah, I apologize for boring all of you.
It's okay, Mac. This was your big spotlight episode.
Yes, please never give me any more spotlights.
Well, I mean, at least it worked out for you better than Butter's very own episode did. Remember that?
Oh, okay. I mean, but wasn't the Butters episode decent?
Oh yeah, but it didn't work out well for him.
I mean,
his
well,
mom tried to kill him.
I mean, yeah, true. True. I mean, look, it's still better than the Pip episode.
Oh, I mean, you know, it was a good episode. I'm not saying it wasn't a good episode. I'm saying like for the character.
I mean, of course. I mean, yeah, of course.
His day sucked.
Yep. Oh man. Have you? Oh, did you watch that COVID special yet?
Yes, I have. It was so good.
How do you like Butters being an NFT fiend?
Oh, that was amazing. Yes, I came very, very late to that episode, but I finally watched it. It was great.
Yeah. I'm glad that NFTs are dead now. But anyway, that's yeah. Let's not get into that. Let us end the episode because it's been an hour and probably 7 minutes.
Yep. Okay, so with that, everybody, thank you once again for tuning into our inane ramblings. Ramblings being the operative word in this case,
Yep.
and we hope to see you for next episode, where hopefully we'll have some more epic fights to talk about.
Yeah, so long as I did not drive everyone away with my fucking bullshit.
It's okay, Mac. You're a relatable guy. People like you. So
Who relates to me?
I do.
You know what? I accept that.
Okay, until next time, everybody. He's Mac. I'm Jack. Take care. We love you. Goodbye.
Hey, bye. Okay, bye.